Hi, everybody. I have got the best thing for you today. And oh, sorry, first, this is Jaylyn. I'm Jaylyn with Crafty Girl Creations. And I want to tell you, I just had the best 20 hours of my life in the last 3 days. Stampin' Up! Did their virtual scrapbooking retreat. And let me tell you, first of all, if you're a card maker and you're not a scrapbooker, this video will convert you. This is your final warning. Because let me tell you, I've been a scrapbooker for, I think I did my first scrapbook over 23 years, 28 years, 23 to 28 years, somewhere through there with my cousin and Tracy. I could not thank you more. I still have my original photo album that I bought that day, and I still have all those memories that I made that we decided that we did that same day. And so memory keeping has always been very special to me. I did come in and out of it throughout the years, but boy, am I back on full tilt now. I've got so many ideas and so many things after doing this retreat that we did. I gotta show you. I have to show you. It was one of the most amazing 20, it was roughly about 20 hours. They slated 21 for it, 7 hours a day over 3 days. Yesterday being ending on Scrapbook, National Scrapbooking Day, if you didn't know that. And a wonderful thing that I will let you know. And I'm also going to write it here on my glass mat as I switch over is my store, um, my URL to get you to my store on Scrap It or Stampin' Up! Because there's a 20% off flash sale today only through midnight tonight, Mountain Time, which is going to be about 2 a.m. our time. So as long as you're done by midnight, you're good. Um, and so I'm going to switch over to my other camera. And if you hear me sniffing a little bit here and there, you could probably see it in my eyes. The spring fun has begun. All that pollen and everything blooming. And I know I probably look a hot mess, but I got my purple glasses, I got my purple shirt. You know me in purple. Pink's my second favorite, though, for you that are on Team Pink. So I'm going to switch over to my other screen. And it looks like that may be the one that's live and not me. Not quite sure why, but so if you've heard me speaking and didn't see me, yay, here we are. So I am going to go ahead and switch on over to our other screen here. All right, there we go. What I've got here is the Happiness is Here album. And I wanted to show you, I showed you before everything that we got. Oh, I found my last little cover. You got four. And I'm going to kind of show you just right here because it's just easier to see. This is your instructions that you get with the album. And look, you get a sneak peek down here. Oh, you can't see that. Good. Tells you the materials, the ink and everything you'll need, the tools, adhesives, stamp tools, anything else like your paper trimmer, your bone cutter, stamp cleaning tools, all that. General instructions. Then it shows you the 4 stamp sets. Now, for those of you that have not gotten this kit yet, it is still available. All the videos, all the instruction, it was recorded and is still available. You will still get all this wonderful things. I'm going to circle this stamp here. I'm going to show you this pen right here. These are the winners. We decided that amongst everything you get in this kit, this gel pen and that stamp with the stitching right there, Now bring that up. Is the most versatile, well used, well loved. I'll show you. Can you tell which one's the most loved on here? Get my fingers out of the way so you can see they're all clear. Is the stitched one. It was used so often. So, and that and the white gel pen. So those are two. You also got the alphabets. Now, as you can see here, you get the full solid block, but then you get the alphabet that's got the shadow. You can't buy these unless you buy the virtual album kit. You can't buy these anywhere else. So don't get excited if you think, oh, I'd love to have this because I love these the best. I'm trying to show you, and it wants to show you the whole page. So, and I'm not going to go through the rest of these pages individually because I'm going to show you what they look like. But you can, it tells you exactly what to do with everything, step by step. So happy days. Now, in order to keep up, because some of you know, if you don't know, I'll tell you, I have a neurological condition called functional neurological disorder. And in order for me to be able to keep up, I would, there's some things I still have to do, and I'll explain that as we go. So when I got too much going on, then that's what I did. So this is our first page, happy days. Now, the coolest thing that I learned, other than stamping in my scrapbook, how many of you have never stamped when scrapbooking? I never had. I've never stamped in my scrapbook until this retreat. I am converted. I told you, we're going to get converted today. I'm converted. The next thing I never did was cut into my script. I know what these are. They're protectors. If you guys know what the word I'm looking for, that's part of my neurological fun. Put it in the chat. Not page protectors. There we go. I got it. Is so that you can make these interactive. We cut into them. So this is the little notepad that you could pull out with your journaling. And if you see right here, and I'll lift it up just a little bit, I stamped on it and I gave it a new image. It could have just been a plain misty moonlight, blue. But I changed it and I added Night of Navy stars with the stars that they sent with us. So that's page 1. Now I'm going to open this up because I've got all of mine out of the page protectors, most of them, so I could show you the interactiveness. I didn't do this one. I put it back in. So let me pull this out gently. Something's catching over here. I only want to pull out this one half. There we go. I didn't finish my waterfall, but I want to show you what I did do. I've got to finish my waterfall, but normally you would have only seen 2 photos here. Well, by putting a waterfall in with flip-flops, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 photos. Or do I? Or do I? Here, I got a place for journaling. I actually got these pages backwards, so I'm going to fix that real quick. I'll have to fix that real good. But, yeah, that one's glued in. That's why this one has its little thing. So we've got 9. This side, good times together. Yeah, I'll have to fix these. I thought I had everything in a row. Now this is a faux piece I have to finish. 10, 11. So there are what normally would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5 photos. We've added 6 photos to this layout. We've used those starbursts stamping on the back of both of these Peaceful Pine, or I'm sorry, Garden Green. This is Peaceful Pine. The Garden Green, we use Peaceful Pine on the Garden Green. So that way you've got, and then we took, do you remember that little stitching? We took that and stamped it around the edge. Instead of having to sit there and dot around the edge, you simply stamped around the edge. So giving it more texture and a lot more fun. So now we're going to come over to the next set of pages. Oops. Which is, I got to flip this over. And take this out. I got this right. After a while, I don't have to pull any of these out anymore. So now we have Together is the Best Place to Be. And there's the front page. We did all these, we colored these, watercolored, penciled some of the little leaves. The others are the Secret Sea, the darker ones. And you can't always see them, but you could see they do blend into to a portion to the, but they're raised up some so that way it gives it dimension. We've got our date here on the corner. And you think you're looking at 2 photos. Well, you're actually looking at 5, just on one page. You open here, and you've got a 3x3 and another 4x4. So there's 3 there, or 4 photos, because we hid 2 in here. This side has your journaling, but also another hidden photo. And see, these will be coming through, since they're in the flip-flops, they're going to come through the page protector so that you just simply, and your photo in here is going to be covered. Okay, let's move forward to our next page. Making a Beautiful Life. This, I mean, again, blown away. Something that looks so simple. We did our Cajun Craze little border ribbon, just hand drawn, just really just whimsical around the edge. And then we added, excuse me, some two-tone stamping. And then in the center, I don't know if you could see those. Yeah, you could see those. Used the gel pen, and I used more gel pen on these by putting some gel pen marks in the floral to show the pattern of, oops, sorry, there we go. The pattern on the leaves. Ooh, I'm trying to get it up. There we go. To give it more definition. Now, you've got this page where you've got your, I haven't put it, oh yeah, I did put it down a little, tacked it down a little bit, where it looks like you've got a banner, 2 different size banners on each page, and just gives you some depth. Couple 4x6s and some journaling. And it looks like we've got 5 photos between both pages. Or do we? Let me see. I know I've got the rest of my 2x2s in here somewhere. So let me see here. And my other, let's see. I've got some more placeholders. Stampin' Up really did us a good deal. I've got some placeholders somewhere I haven't finished cleaning up my mess because how many of you guys have a really neat place for everything? These flip up. Oh, there, I already put some of them in. So there's another photo. So we started at what? 5, 6, 7, 8. And then I've got room with my other 2x2s to put 7, 8, 9. So we're going to have 11 photos on this page. A lot of interaction. Tons of interaction. And you could tell all your stories. Oh my gosh, the stories that we told, that we told in chat was absolutely fantastic. And if you look at my hands, I've got ink still everywhere. My nails are not dirty. I promise you, that is ink. So let's see here. Next one we have. This one doesn't have any hidden elements, but I want to show you again how amazing this gel pen is. See if I could get you to see on these flowers. I took and decorated some more, and these were all painted too with the Golden Glow shimmer brush. So you could see that where it gives your flowers, some florals, some shimmer to them. And then I added more gel pen in the center, and then these that I stamped just the outline on a second generation, meaning stamping off. You take your full strength stamp and you stamp it on a piece of extra. Well, I'll show you here. You could see where I stamped off here for some of the stuff, some of the stamping. And then you take that little bit less ink and stamp it there. And then I added the gel pen, giving it that much more definition. Like this one is just a second generation stamped or stamped off. It's not full strength. Some of them are, some of them aren't. Just to give it some more definition. You got journaling here. And these are just my placeholders for my photos I haven't put in, trying to keep up, which I did a great job, I want to tell you. And they did a great job. I didn't feel like I was rushed. I mean, I knew with my functional neurological disorder, it takes me a little bit more time to do things. And people were showing their completed projects. I don't think I completed anything, but I left less than 10%, which is amazing. So then I've got my enjoy today, but you see enjoy is missing. It's somewhere on my desk or maybe underneath of it. So I'll find it and we'll get it done. Now this page was created because it is page on page. You can see that. All these little things here were popped out. And I want to show you. Oh, there they are. I've got all of these. You're going to see, oh my gosh, I'm going to have so much. I've got all these frames. Look at these frames. Aren't those cute? You could do that on I'm trying to show you against there we go. These will make some cute little frames. Whether you do them in scrapbooking, I'm just going to lay that there. A stray piece of twine somewhere. Whether you use it in a card or whether you use it another way. I'll come back and get those later. There's so many things you can use. And this page. Oh, I love this page. Love these. Love this life. These are the days. The gel pen came back for another visit. Can you see that? This is a stamp. In fact, I got it over here to put it away because I found it this morning. This is a stamp. And all I did was dot the centers to make it different than where else I used it. And of course, these were stamped. These were already pre-done. I took and we did the Cajun craze around the center in the watercolor, and then added the shimmer brush in the golden glow, the new ink color. And over here we've got a similar, and we did some blending, some um we ended up because there was a mistake, in not letting us change. No, we changed colors, which was fine to me. There's so many mistakes in this album, but I bet you've been yet to be able to spot one of them. If you have, leave me a comment and I'll let you know whether it was an intentional or whether it was a mistake on my part, because I don't think you're going to see anything. So again, you've got places for two. You could do 2x3s, 4x6. You could do two 2x3s and a 4x6 down here. Now, this one, I forgot to, well, actually, I don't know. I've still got room that I can, it's not sealed all the way down, so I'll still be able to have a border. So that's that one. Most of them, I did not put the dimensionals or the adhesive too close to the photos, so that way I could slip the photo behind. This page, these pages have so much going on, and so much technique. Now, this page specifically, it's got several mistakes. One you won't know, period, because it was just placement that I put it in the wrong place. Is it a mistake? I call it creative choice. Worked for me because nobody knows it's a mistake. This was supposed to go here. This was supposed to go here. These were supposed to be backwards. Photo, photo, photo. Here's your photo, photo, photo here. And you notice these are numbered. These are numbered because these are all the little things. The one below here, where it says fun, is a journaling pocket. I made each and every one of these pockets. I did that. Never made pockets before. I can make a pocket now. And I can teach you guys how to make a pocket now. Yes! I'm so excited if you can't tell. So, this is my top 10. And this is where I might get a little weepy. Give me a second. I've chosen to do this album in tribute of my mother, who passed away in October last year. If my kids are watching, I want you guys to create a moment, just one moment, just at least one moment. We'll come up with a bunch of them. And I want us all to take a moment to share on this page. And I want to list some of those moments here. And then we've got another journaling page here. So we could journal there. And if you notice, here's that starburst stamp again. And again with the gel pen. Two-step stamping. That was so much fun. Each one of these numbers, of course, the picture, or what we, like number 1, this will be journaling for number 1. This will, number 3. This has a place for another photo. Here's your background. Another photo, another photo. Number 5 on the top 10. Number 6 on the top 10. 8, 9, those are self-explanatory. Another photo here, hidden photo. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8 photos. And 1, 2, 3, at least 3 places to journal. So you could do 7 photos and 4 places to journal. I'm missing a number somewhere, but you see, you get the point. Now, here, you got, forgot my little library. I call it the little library. Ah, yeah. Due date, borrower's name, author title, little library card. This one's just a little tighter, so I'll probably skim off a little on this side to make it fit just a little easier and smoother. Oh, here's my other journaling. Oh, I'm sorry, that's another photo. Did you expect that? No, you didn't. So, another photo. Now, my mistakes. On this one, I dropped the ink stamp and I stamped underneath these 3 dots at the end. This is the best. Wasn't supposed to go here. I can't remember where it was supposed to go. I think it was supposed to go like up here. But then I got the idea of covering by putting love and dot, dot, dots. This is the best. Now, I didn't get them straight because I thought of it too late to put love, and I had already put that. I got it backwards somehow, but it's fine. Unless I told you it was a mistake, you probably just would have went straight to this and just went, wow. So, and I want to tell you also, these ones that have the angled pockets, this was done with a blending brush and masking off that end and then taking the blending brush on that corner. The same with the Calypso Coral. Then we two-tone we stamped in Calypso Coral. And then I added the gel dots. We added the gel dots to bring it out just a little bit more. Now, if I kind of bring that up, you could see the fun stamped in better. But that was also done with a blending brush. I think this is probably where it looks simplistic. It really wasn't, but it was so much fun to create. And there's so much going on. That's why I'm going to have to, I decided I will cut my screen protectors. Never done that before. But now I can see the reason why. Okay. Oh, a dimensional. Like I'd ever seen one of those before. Okay, now this one. This is so cool too. I love the quilt work patterns. I'm a quilt work girl, and I just saw another mistake. But see if you guys can tell me where it is. If you could see the mistake, and I'm going to kind of hover and then move, let me know in the comments. I'm not going to tell you. I'm going to see if you guys can tell me. All right. So that's for 2 photos. Then you've got room here for 3 more and some journaling, a story. And the backgrounds, a lot of these we created with stamping instead of wasting the background, or, and we used some paper behind, but instead of wasting the background, we kind of splattered and made our own background. And this isn't unused space. It gives your eyes somewhere to go. You've got my heart. I wished I'd popped that up on dimensionals, but I probably was going a little fast. Oh no, I popped this one up. So I love that. That was one of my favorites too because of the quilt work, and I just love this blue pattern. And I'm going to do this whole album in pictures of my mom and pictures of her with people, and then have stories told so that we can always keep the stories. Okay, this is our left page of the best day ever. And I want you to see how we created This is crushed curry, and we used all crushed curry ink. We did stamping, and then we took, and if you could see around the edge of the sun, it's a little darker. I probably would have, I wished I'd went just even a little darker. When you stamp or when you blend like that, you might want to go a little darker because it's always going to be a little lighter, and I forgot that. So if I had gone just a little darker, you would have seen that edge just a slight bit more. But it's personal preference. I would have went more. So instead of just using paper, oh, I'm sorry, I wanted to show you these too. This is what I was talking about too with the splattering. This is the golden glow, and while it on the splatter, while it may not show up on camera, those actually shimmer because we used the shimmer brush. So when you're looking at it and you're going like this, it does shimmer. You could even take it one step further if you wanted to. I'm going to do it with a pen, but that's just because it's here. But you see, against the green, and if you draw towards yourself and go slower, then I'm not going to finish this here because we talked about this during the retreat. I will turn my page and come around because if you're drawing to yourself, I'll get to the other comment here in a minute, your lines will be straighter. If you're trying to go this way, it doesn't work. It's just a mind trick, but it works. And as you can see, and look where you're going, and then I'll finish it later, but kind of gives you a little bit more, just a little bit more definition on the page, just something else you could do. But I cannot craft, and I can craft, I can craft and talk if I'm doing a card, but it's really hard to craft and talk when I'm creating a scrapbook. So when I'm giving instruction on doing it, that's fine. In person, which I do in person. If you guys want me to do in person, I do small in-person ones. But I wanted just to show you this. I can't do it and talk at the same time unless it's all prepared and I don't have to sit there and do it and talk. I just have to talk and let you do. Okay, the right side of the page. You're my sunshine. Now again, I goofed, but you can't tell yet. Here's your picture, and you think, all that just for one picture? Heck no. Lift it. You've got journaling underneath. Up. That's not a 4x6. Not yet. Now up. There's another photo. Interaction. What you thought was one was, and I got this backwards. It should say lift on the outside. And I actually kind of goofed this up too because, well, this was supposed to be on the other side, which is why my lift is on the wrong side. But that's okay. I just put the stamp up here and I was good. So to me, it still works. Handmade, creative, fun is that. It's fun. Now, I already know who I want to do this page with, and that is my grandchildren. I want my grandchildren, the two that met my mother, to do these pages with me, or their mom and dad, Zach and Steph, because you could get 6, 7, 8 photos, and we're going to put stories of Alejandro and Angelo with Granny Mary. We've got places for journaling, and the reason why is it says smile. First, it says smile. And of course, then we stamped all of these. Then we took the Cajun Craze and marker. This is done in Calypso Coral, but it's marked with Cajun Craze. We did the stamping on some stars, and what you see here is that stitching stamp again everywhere. We took the gel pen and did the dots around the stars. Now, I did my dots all the way around all of them before I realized Jordan only wanted us to do this and this. I'm like, okay, so I just did it around them all. See, I made him another mistake on this one, but unless you knew, you really don't know. This one was a lot more, we had the stamping, we did the full strength stamp off, dots, and then we did happy faces, looking at the stars. I don't know if you guys could see that. There's stars in some of them. Oh, here's one. The stars, and over here, this one shows really good. This one I think was a stamp. It was stamp off twice. I stamped it off twice and then put the stars in. So you can see how that one differs from this one, which is a second generation where I only stamped off once. And this one would be your third generation. Just to give it a different look. Now here, like I said, I goofed on this one by forgetting, I think I just placed this a little too far center, and that was supposed to be over just a little bit more. But I wanted to use the big star. It wasn't part of using and I think I'm going to go back and add the dots around it. But that's the beauty of this. Even though that Stampin' Up! Makes the choices for the kit, if you don't like something, you don't have to do it. Just change it. This is yours. So that, and I've got some extra stars I got to use too. This is the back page, which goes with, let me see if I can flip all this together. Let me flip my flip-flop. Say that 3 times fast. Let me flip my flip-flop back. Oh, did I put it up somewhere? Where did it go? Because I wanted to show you that. Oh, I didn't go deep enough. When I flip, it matches this page, but that being your front, this is your back. So that being the last page, we got one more interaction. You got one more photo there, and you got your journaling here on top for nothing better than this. And there was nothing better than creating this kit. I cannot stress to you guys how amazing it felt when Sarah Douglas, who is the president and CEO of Stampin' Up!, she was there for 3 days with us doing this. But when she said, "That's it, we're done. How do you feel?" I felt amazing. My other camera decided to quit, so for some reason, so I am bringing me up here. There we go. This way. I'm glad I learned how to do that on my video. This was the most, I'd never done a virtual retreat. And that was cool. I did do the entire thing live. I set aside everything, including 2 out of the 3 nights my husband had to make supper for himself. I did do it the first night. But, the first night I made soup, which only takes 10 or 15 minutes it's just a quick Bear Creek. I don't know if you've seen those in the grocery stores. Very yummy. cheddar broccoli is my favorite. But that was amazing, an amazing experience. And so this time next year, we'll be doing this again. There's not a date picked out yet, but I encourage you. There are so many stamp sets. They are not quite as, from what I heard, they're not quite as involved as what this one was, but they could be. And that's something that, I'll probably start getting a couple of these and do maybe once a month scrapbooking. We'll take a kit and see what else we can do with it too to make it even better. Because the kits are, I learned that I would have said before, the kits are for people who have never stamped before or have never scrapbooked before. That may be true. But if you like a kit, there's so many techniques you can do. There are so many things that you can do and make it even better. So it is appealing to absolutely everybody. And yes, my scrapbook fever has reignited. And so we are going to be doing very much more of that. So hopefully my video, I'm not sure what's quite going on. One scene says live and the other does not. I'm not, oh, there we go. Now you got me. Okay, they made a change. That's what it is. And now I understand it. So hopefully you were able to go with me on this and you didn't just watch my face the entire time or the side of my face and see me look back at the camera. I'll be definitely looking at that, but I just now figured out what they did. So we'll be okay in the future. Gosh, I hope that I'm going to go ahead and take pictures of all of these and post them. I know I think I've said that before and sometimes have forgotten. So please remind me if you know that I've done that. Do not hesitate to let me know something. I will be there in a heartbeat to fix it. I do not take offense to anything. If I've forgotten that I promised you, it's cognitive with my neurological disorder, and call me out, call me on the mat. I'll make it right every time. So hopefully you guys are converted for one. Hopefully you all have a fabulous, wonderful afternoon. I have. And I'm going to go take care of myself now and maybe get some soup so I can hopefully not have this thing continuing into something worse. So if you've got to cold yourself during this allergy season, lots of fluids, lots of fluids, lots of fluids. Hey, y'all.